Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, if you didn't guess from my last two videos, which have done pretty well, might I add, we're going to be continuing this ranking outfit series in Telltale's The Walking Dead. Now, if you've seen a few of my videos, you already know that I've covered two of my favourite characters in the entire series right now. So we're going to get on to my favourite character in the entire series, and that of course is the one, the only, Kenny. So Kenny has the same number of outfits as Lee, 5 I believe. So theoretically this video should be around the same length as that. But I might turn this into like a yapping session because how much I actually love Kenny. But I'll do my best not to because, you know, I think that the longer the videos are, the less likely people have to pay attention, you know, because kids these days. Anyway, let's get straight into it. As expected, coming in at last place, number 5, we have Season 3 Flashback Kenny. So if you've seen my Clementine video, you already kind of get the gist of my problems with this outfit. But even if you haven't, I'm just gonna tell you them anyway. The main problem I have is that it bears no similarity to Kenny from Season 2. Now, I understand that obviously the game's been run on a different engine, and characters aren't going to look the same. I get that. I do. But the problem is, it's just too bad. And don't get me wrong, I know that in the later episodes, like episode 4, I think that's when the next time we see him in the other flashback is. I know that then he looks slightly better, but it's still just absolutely awful. I don't know what they were smoking when they made these models for Kenny and Jane and Clementine, but that must be some good stuff because it must have clouded their mind to the point where they thought this was like an adequate replacement for peak Kenny. Also, I know this probably isn't related to the actual outfit, but the one thing that bumps this down is that the first time we see this, he dies in the stupidest way. I cannot describe how much I hate Season 3, Episode 1 because of how dumb they treated Kenny. No, scratch that. How dumb they treated your choices in Season 2. No matter what you chose in Season 2, that ending, where everyone thought, oh my god, Telltale Games, different endings, that's brilliant. Because, let's be honest, in every other game they did, like Season 1, no matter what you did, you always ended with one or two endings, right? Or The Wolf Among Us, where you pretty much got the same ending no matter what. But with this, it kind of led into the idea that either Season 2 was going to be the final season, or they were really going to put the work in for Season 3 and make it so your choices actually matter, and whatever you chose really affects Clementine. No, instead Kenny dies in a goddamn car crash about, 6 minutes into the flashback, if that, and they just kill him. That's it. You know, Kenny, that guy you knew since Season 1 episode, yeah, he's gone. Just like that. And it's so disrespectful. It's the worst way to treat a character. Like, imagine if they treated Krista like this. Oh wait, they did! Anyways, tangent aside, let's get on to number 4. Okay, coming in at number 4, we have Season 1, Episode 1, Kenny. Now, if you've been watching these videos, you might be noticing a pattern in my opinions. And that is, of course, I don't think the outfits in Episode 1 of Season 1 are very good. And I mean, that really kind of makes sense, you know? This was their first outing of the characters, they probably haven't developed their personalities really well yet. So they couldn't really match the outfit to them perfectly. And that's why I'm glad in like Episode 2 and later on, most characters get probably their better outfits. But regardless, to be honest, the only real flaw with this outfit is the lack of the jacket, or I guess jumper in Season 1's case. Besides that, in all actuality, Kenny probably has one of the best Season 1 outfits in comparison to Lee or Clementine. I think he's outdone by Carly for Season 1 outfits, because I think in a rare instance her Season 1 Episode 1 outfit is actually her best outfit. But that's besides the point. The thing about this outfit is it kind of subverts my point about, obviously, the outfits not really matching the personalities. Because when we're introduced to Kenny, he's a fisherman from Florida, right? Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I think of a fisherman from Florida, I think of a guy with like a trucker hat, a short t-shirt on with some symbol on it, a shark tooth necklace, and who loves working on his trucks. and that literally is Kenny. That's how we're introduced to him. Kenny's got that entire outfit on, and he's working on his truck, and I think that's just absolutely brilliant. But yeah, let's move on to outfit number 3. Alright, coming in at number 3, we have a House Divided Kenny from Season 2, Episode 2. Now, I went back and forward for what would be 3rd and 2nd place, because when I made this list, I always knew what would be 5th, what would be 4th, and what would be 1st, but I kept jumping between 3rd and 2nd. So, right now, I've obviously got this, but like with most of my videos, if you ask me on a different day, I might give you a completely different list. But why is this so low for me? I suppose it's because its counterpart is so much better that it almost makes this look worse in comparison. And obviously if you play the games you know what the counterpart is to this, but I'll get onto that in a second. The outfit itself isn't bad. I really like the jacket Kenny has, and I honestly really want to get it for myself. And I think it completely makes sense for Kenny to wear this. I mean, after all, if you think about it, we're in the winter months of the year, so it does make sense he has a jacket on, right? But besides the practical reason, I also think it really looks cool. But the one thing that really makes the outfit the best isn't present in this variation. But anyways, we move forward to 2nd place. The silver medal of Kenny's outfits goes to Season 1, Episode 2, 3, 4, and 5 Kenny. One thing that's always confused me, and this isn't related to Kenny's outfit by the way, is that every other character kept that outfit from Episode 2 aside from Lee. And the weirdest part is, if you look on the next time on The Walking Dead for Episode 3, Lee's still wearing the jacket. Now you might be thinking, oh well, they just want to reuse the character model, right? And for Telltale that would be a fair assumption, right? And to be honest, I thought this for a while. But if you look in the next time on The Walking Dead for Episode 2, which might add takes place in Episode 1, you'd expect Lee to keep his outfit in Episode 1, the inferior outfit. But for some reason, he's got his jacket outfit. Now, in my eyes, this implies that Telltale may have been planning to have Lee keep his jacket throughout the rest of the episodes, just how like Kenny keeps his jumper. But for some reason, they just decided not to. Anyway, rambling aside, let's actually get onto the outfit. So I really like this outfit for Kenny, and it's probably one of his most iconic. I mean, it makes sense. He wears it the longest. It's the longest running outfit in the games, I believe, because it goes from Episode 2 to Episode 5. Whereas in Season 2, there's a bit of variation between Episode 2 and then halfway through Episode 3, his outfit changes into number 1, which you'd expect. I suppose the one thing I like about this outfit is, and okay, I've just realized now that most of my top outfits have been like double shirts, and I got a comment on this in one of my videos, and I can't stop thinking about it. But yeah, it's true. They look really cool. One thing that I don't think is mentioned enough, and this might just be a theory that I have, but Kenny's jumper looks like it comes from his work. Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like the logo's from a fishing company. And obviously Kenny's a fisherman, so this has always been like a little headcanon I've had. The Kenny's just decided to wear his work, jumper, out and about. But I mean, what else can I really say? This is just Kenny. And I've flip-flopped on this, but despite it not being number 1, I think it's probably Kenny's most iconic outfit. Because whenever I think of Kenny, I don't think of number 1, surprisingly. I think of this Kenny, because, well, we see him the most. So obviously that's been ingrained in my mind. Anyways, enough beating around the bush. You know what's number 1. I know what's number 1. Let's get into it. The gold medal of Kenny's outfits, obviously, goes to Season 2, Episode 3, 4, and 5, Kenny. A part of me wants to end this video by just telling you to look at him, and that should be enough. But for all of you who might be, visually impaired, I don't know who watches my videos, I'll just break this down for you. This outfit keeps all the good aspects from Kenny's previous outfit, that being the one in the House Divided. He's got the jacket still, and fun fact, he wears the same shirt throughout all the seasons. Now, this raises the question of how much does Kenny smell, but that might be a different video. But, like I said before, it's little details like this that count for a lot. Little details that show you that While things change, they still stay the same. But obviously the biggest attracting point of this outfit is the eye patch. I don't need to tell you how cool this makes Kenny look. This makes him look like if Carl Grimes took like 10 doses of testosterone. Another thing about this outfit that I like, and it might be subtle, is that this outfit alone actually changes as well. Because from episode 3 to 4, his eye patch is really bloody because it's the same eye patch that Carl was put on him. So obviously it's absorbed a lot of the blood, yeah? But then in episode 5, when Clementine puts the new bandage on, it's not bloody. Because most of the bleeding has stopped and it's just a matter of protecting the eye and making sure it doesn't get infected. And that little detail actually means a lot. I know I keep yapping on about like, oh, details matter, and some of you might be sick of it. But genuinely, it is one of the most subtle ways to make an outfit vastly better. Because if Clementine put that eye patch back on and it was bloody again, I'd be like, hey, hang on a second. Did Clementine put a new eye patch on? Or should she put the old one back on? Another thing that I want to mention with this outfit is that it actually comes alongside a personality change from Kenny. What I mean by this is Kenny becomes slightly more erratic and a bit more aggressive. Now, this is a topic for a defending Kenny video, but just to quickly say, anyone who hates on Kenny for grieving over his dead girlfriend by being quote-unquote aggressive is someone who's lucky enough to never have lost a family member. Before we end this segment, I also want to give an honourable mention to Hatless Kenny. Now, Hatless Kenny is a pretty unique case, because he can only be seen either in the fight with Jane he has, where he gets his hat knocked off, or if you choose to stay at Wellington, where Kenny gives his hat to Clementine for AJ. The reason I didn't include this was because it was a bit too similar to number 1. So, if I had to rank this, I'd probably have it number 2, or maybe number 3. Somewhere in that ranging, I'd have it, because Kenny without his hat is absolutely cursed. And it just doesn't look right in my opinion. Not that it looks bad, but because we see Kenny with his hat practically for, 9 episodes straight, it just looks really weird to see him without it. Same thing with Clementine, really. Anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching again. It really does mean a lot, and I cannot emphasize how much, you guys support me means. Because, and I keep emphasizing this, but it's mad. Since that 100 subscriber video, which I think was about a week ago now, but I'm not too sure. But since then, it's mad because I went from 100 subscribers to 131. Like, I've never even thought of that happening. Like, what's going on? I've actually just checked there. It's not even been a week. It's been 4 days. What the hell? But yeah, I really don't want to make every video like this. But just one more time, thank you guys so much for subscribing and commenting. It really means a lot. And to be honest, the more you guys comment, the more I can influence my channel to, meet your guys' needs. So, just before I record this, there's a guy on my thank you video saying he wants a What If Trip Survived. And suggestions like that for what you guys want to see are really helpful, because that means I can actually mold what I make around it. So, next video might take a little bit longer because I think I'm going to start a new series on a what if. Now, which what if I'm going to do, really don't know, but I'll figure it out when I figure it out. But yeah, guys, that's really it. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and as my friends have told me to say, hit that bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video. And one more time, it really means a lot, you guys. Thanks you so much for watching. Have a great day.